It's the secret book. And that's how Spirit will Carmen. There she is, right behind you the whole damn time, right? In the shadows, just waiting. Darn complex. I'm done with work. Can we meet up? I'll see you in court. So there's a lot of things that she's hiding and or, again, keeping secret when it comes to him. Rigged games. How does Jay-Z currently feel about Beyonce? Hey y'all, hey, let's get into this intuitive reading, this intuitive message, this tarot card reading, tarot card message for Kendrick Lamar and the cease and desist. Allegedly, that was sent by, what's it, Graham? What's his name? Drake, what's his real name, y'all? Drake something Graham. Okay. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot, sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Alright, so when it comes to how Kendrick Lamar is feeling, there's this energy of, there's nothing. I'm not about to do a damn thing. Like, I'm not about to rush and be like, oh. There's this energy of him being like, let me just relax, okay? There's nothing that he can do about it in that regard. It feels like there's very little solar plexus energy. But he's like, when I do get it, I'm going to deal with it. Right now, what's the rush? There's this energy of relax. There's this energy of trying to get away. And this could be physically and or mentally, spiritually, okay? This just is like, what's the rush? He's hanging out somewhere else. And again, this could be physically or this could be within the mind. I do see water there. So this could be a water sign energy and or could just be acknowledging emotion. But what's the rush? Waiting, inspired action only. Trust, relax, and allow the flow. And Spirit is acknowledging that this is because there's something that's getting ready to come out. And it's bubbling at the belly and bubbling at the throat. Spirit is intervening. This is being communicated upon, and it does affect the heart chakra, creating imbalances and or delays in the heart chakra, okay? Spirit is acknowledging that this has to do with communication, honesty, courage, sharing, revelation, surprise news, text, and a phone call. Spirit is also acknowledging that when it comes to the situation with Kendrick, it does feel like his boat is stalled. It feels like there is some directionless energy. Again, could be water and or could be a water sign. And I do see the mountains in the background acknowledging that there is ups and downs. Spirit is also acknowledging with a boat, I see that as direction. I also see a reflection letting me know that this gives him a time of pause to reflect. How did I get here and why am I here? How do I take accountability and responsibility for my actions? There is a treasured objective in his boat being stalled, his boat being Kendrick Lamar. There is purpose, determination, smooth sailing, and assistance. Spirit is acknowledging that this all has to do with whom you're hugging and loving and kissing up on in the middle of the deck, okay? So the cease and desist in the middle of the deck, what we can't see, has more to do with whom you're loving, hugging, and kissing up on. And this is why the cease and desist was sent, allegedly. This has a lot of solar plexus energy, the fire and ability to do what you want to do, with whom you are hugging, kissing, adoration, snuggling, pillow talk, bonding, and someone's favorite, okay? How does Kendrick currently feel about Drake? He feels like he's one horse town. There's boredom, monotony, small-mindedness when it comes to him. He needs to branch out and move on. Novelty is needed. There is an obstacle that he could easily maneuver and overcome, but he feels like he wants to continue to eat grass over here because the grass is greener, keeping him away from his purpose, his strength, and his resilience. I do see purple up here letting me know that he himself knows this. Drake himself knows that this is not, the proper place for him and or his physical and spiritual soul to dwell. But again, he's eating the grass over here because the grass is greener. And it fulfills his heart chakra for now, or does it? Not my business. Spirit is also acknowledging that Kendrick Lamar sees Drake as a swamp angel, nuisance, provocation, gossip, hassle, freeloading, and an opportunist. He may, when I say he, I'm speaking in reference to Drake, may lie in a lower lying state within the United States near water. Spirit is also acknowledging when it comes to Drake, Kendrick Lamar is acknowledging with his solar plexus energy that this was his choice to be in this, call it a relationship. It's not that. It feels like some kind of tie, and in the area of business and in the area of passion, right? And he's trying to stand tall, be a strong pillar, strong post, but there is water. Again, we see water for the third time. Emotion and or could be a water sign. Spirit is acknowledging that he needs to take a deep breath and step back and look at the overall bigger picture. This creates some level of anxiety. So he needs to focus on his well-being, patience, deep breathing, compassion, and the ideal, okay? Kendrick Lamar in the cease and desist. Allegedly sent by Drake. There's an energy of getting played, manipulation, lies, controlling, and pulling strings. There's also this energy of getting a room, hotel, motel, suite, business, and or pleasure. And there's also this reading, this energy of check yourself. So, okay, let's backpedal a bit. The cease and desist has an energy of being played, getting played, manipulated, lies, controlling, pulling a string subconsciously because of him getting a room. Okay, hotel, motel, suite. Again, this feels like the energy as to why the cease and desist was given, why Drake feels this way, and needing to check yourself. And it's a layered energy, okay? You came after me, I'm going to come after you. That's the energy. What does Drake want to say to Kendrick Lamar? Thank you. That project, that person, that idea is waiting. Get after that shit. The world has your back. It feels very taunting. Like, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. The world has your back. Okay. And what does Kendrick want to say to Drake? Be fucking grateful. Shit could be so much worse. How does Kendrick currently feel about Drake and the cease and desist, allegedly? He feels like Drake is digitally observing a love interest, has a cell phone, has the heart. I remember the last time you guys told me about the heart, the lover boy or whatever. A lot of solar plexus energy. He feels like Drake has a digitally observing a love interest, or is digitally observing a love interest, keeping tabs, staying connected, stalking a crush and a cowardice. On the surface, he has no chill. He's lost his ability to act rational, no regard for others' feelings, overreacting, and doing too much. In the middle of the deck, he's got his squad, and this has to do with his clique of friends. He's trying to be a team player or is a team player, close friends, a group, friends, and a soul tribe. And this is at the heart of it. Why he's here and why the cease and desist allegedly was given. Not my business, not my problem. What is Kendrick Lamar's energy around Drake and the cease and desist alleged? Okay. He's acknowledging that there's magic in this practice, power, spell work, beliefs, and rituals with the voodoo card. He's also acknowledging subconsciously that this is an alert. This is a symbol. I'm sorry. Okay, let me get it together. That's what they do, y'all. There's some assumption on here, and there's also some false accusations with the red flags. There's also an energy of Drake being a sore loser. Injuries, stress, a lack of sleep, and time commitment. 3 is significant with the athlete in reverse. Okay. There's also an energy of stagnation. A manifestation not coming to fruition, being met with obstacles and or delays, fertility changes. You can't get the baby out is the energy. Like you just pushing, but it ain't coming out. All right, so how does Kendrick feel about the cease and desist? Thank you. Okay, with the conch shell, homecoming and afterlife. If you draw this card, a powerful homecoming awaits you. Take this symbol as a sign that a powerful and important journey is about to present itself to you as an opportunity, and you may soon be reunited with those you love. So this energy brings about the feeling of a homecoming, the feeling of being reunited, the feeling of doing something that is powerful and important on this journey called life for Kendrick. Next to that is the Mason jar, mentorship and protection. When you see the Mason jar card, prepare for an uncertain future. Winter is coming, as they say, and you will need to save your resources, so make ready. Remember the lessons of your mentors and guides. Our ancestors remind us to stay on the path of righteousness, avoiding temptations and wastefulness. The Mason jar card may represent something spiritual to you, or it may simply be a symbol of someone in your life who offers important advice for your present journey. Open yourself to lessons from outside yourself, as they will lead you to the new path of wisdom. So it feels like there's an ending and there's a beginning and there's mentorship in the process. And this is a surmountable moment for Kendrick Lamar. This is going to, and check out my other readings when it comes to Kendrick Lamar, please. Spirit is like, please, because it'll help it make sense. He is at a very pivotal time within his physical, spiritual life. And this is going to not just catapult him in the choice that he makes, but also it has something to do with his future. And I'm not talking about future here in the physical realm. I'm talking about in the spiritual realm, and if he chooses to reincarnate again, this will catapult. It will have such a powerful stamp on his life moving forward in the future. I don't know how else to say it. Like, I don't know. Kendrick Lamar and the Cease and Desist by Drake. What's the energy? Spirit said, don't risk it all on this. It's a losing proposition. Feels like a setup. Kendrick Lamar and the Cease and Desist. Allegedly sent by Drake. Current energy. Ijila Shebora. Lying to yourself is the most harmful spell. There is a negative aspect on this card. There's an energy of noisy and explosive, vain, tends toward multiple partners, dreamer, has difficulties in acting, tendency to lie, proud, if contradicted, becomes authoritarian and arrogant. And this is the energy that he has when it comes to the cease and desist that was allegedly sent by Drake. And so it feels like this is the energy of Drake and his response to it. Okay, so in its negative aspect, it is the tyranny of those who try to exercise power out of fear and terror that emerges. In this sense, the time has come to review your attitude and seek to recognize when and how your vanity and selfishness scream to make you heard. As the saying goes, to be a queen, it is not enough to sit on a throne or wear a crown. On the contrary, gold and jewels, whether real or symbolic, will not do any good if no one sees or hears what you're trying to say. No matter how much you cry, the one who could be royalty becomes a jester. And when that happens, you're the only one to blame for the bad choices taken so far. The tendency to manipulate reality is so that your versions of the facts appear to be true, contributes to the distancing of those who once cared about you. In love, business, and social life, emotional inconstancy and difficulty in establishing sincere ties are present, and it's necessary to seek a balance between the pleasure of the outside world and the harmony of home life. No matter how many times a lie is repeated, it will never come true. Even if many accept it as the only way to end disputes and or conversations with you. In the end, lying to yourself will always be the worst lie. After all, with everything that's happening to you nowadays, who are you trying to fool? I mean, it's just very layered energy. It's layered energy. And Spirit is acknowledging somebody's in trouble. Kendrick Lamar's current energy. Thank you. The Death card. Third time this energy comes about. Physical, literal. Okay? Spiritual, mental. Death endings. Moving on. Spiritual transformation. Sudden changes. New beginnings and upheaval. Something's got to die so something can move forward. And this has to do with the Page of Cups. Okay? This has to do with someone getting grounded in their identity and feeling free to express themselves. There's an ending to that. There's a new beginning to this. This card also signals emotional intelligence and messages in one's life that praises them for actively expressing their feelings. Okay? Regardless, they're open to receiving messages from unexpected sources. Second time we hear that, including their own intuition. It's go time. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Kendrick? He's acknowledging that he's dealing with major challenges. This is heavy. This is a lot of responsibility, not just in the physical realm, but in the spiritual realm as well. With the 10 of Wands, this is in the area, and also in the area of pleasure. There is stress. He's feeling exhausted and overextending. How does he feel about the cease and desist allegedly sent by Drake? How does Kendrick Lamar feel about the cease and desist allegedly sent by Drake? Giving up, paranoia, stubbornness with the 9 of Wands in reverse. There is some delinquent information that has not come out yet. And there's something about him not speaking up about this information because there still needs to be confirmed. There's still some confirmation that needs to be had around this situation. So there's a lack of education with the Page of Swords. There's still some information that he has yet to completely solidify. Okay. What's next for Kendrick? Pain, unwelcome changes, loss, trauma, loneliness, crying over spilt milk, but overcoming the challenges and feeling victorious with the Chariot card. And that was the 5 of Cups. Dealing with change, a structure, plan, action, and feeling very determined. In the middle of the deck, there is a financial mess here. There's an energy of loss, and there is an energy of poor financial decisions with the 2 of Pentacles. There's an energy of him feeling like he's under some form of attack. And they want to attack his finances, his heart chakra, his boundaries, okay? If he does this situation, once he does this, what is it called? Halftime for the Super Bowl. They said that this is going to go viral. The message is getting around quickly, becoming instantly famous, popular network, lucky break. But there are some stands liking someone or something a lot. There's an unhealthy characteristic trait about someone who's watching him, stalker, fan, and obsessed. He needs to be very, very careful. There's this energy of Nipsey Hussle and how Nipsey Hussle, unfortunately, was this weird energy. It's almost showing me like what he succumbed to. Be careful with these stalkers, these fans. People are really obsessed and weird, right? And so sending him love and light, buying back cease the mission of the enemy and those who wish to do harm mentally, physically, emotionally, and or spiritually, because Spirit is telling him to raise his vibration, to tap into his spiritual energy. Check out my last reading. It's something about him and this representing more than I think what meets the eye. There's more depth to this situation with him and Drake than what meets the eye. This is spiritual. This has way deeper energy, understanding around what we are seeing in front of our own eyes. And Spirit is like, you're missing the message. The collective is not seeing it clearly. There's depth to this, okay? And so Spirit is acknowledging for him to search for the meaning in life, to discover the magic around him, to tap into his manifestations and the spiritual realm. He has a spiritual gift, and they want him to share and show it. They said it's time, okay? This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.